Hello, cool fats. Vast Difference is back. This podcast is a show where two brothers and or a guest will debate incredibly stupid things back and forth.
Stupidest.
Whether it is rat tails versus whale tails, or the college Yale versus my grandpa's boyfriend Dale. The winner of this fight will only be crowned once we read the results of the poll that you all voted on in our Instagram story at Vast Difference
And
Pod.
you better be voting.
Yes, please. Come on, dudes. You guys love the show. We love you. Come on. I am your number one host, Austin Fay. The man to my right is the creator, okay? Blake Fay.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah. And the man all the way down to the right is, of course, Tyus Husky.
Yes, sir. Everybody got glasses on.
Yeah.
We're here, baby.
And, of course, we got the first timer. We popped his cherry. The virgin himself. I'm completely kidding. Michael Stockton is on Vast Difference.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, he's in the house.
Hi.
Been fans for a little bit. We finally got him on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Been jamming your music. We actually were jamming your music last night, to be honest.
Really?
Was this last night?
It was a couple nights ago.
No, 2 nights ago. We were on a road trip to record a podcast with another guest. And I put it on.
Yeah.
And we were having a good time with your music. You know, we were like, oh, Michael Stockton, he's fucking awesome. You know?
Thanks.
My dick was getting hard, honestly.
Yeah, really?
But then...
Music you can fuck to.
Hell yeah. The whole time.
Sensual beats.
Triple X.
But then it came to a complete halt.
Why?
Because then we got stuck in traffic for 3 hours last night.
Yeah.
Someone flipped their truck. Sorry. And completely bailed.
Really?
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
left
they
the truck in the middle and
Jesus.
they blocked both lanes so no one could go through.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible.
All the way in Cross Plains, Tennessee, of all places. So, like, you know, as they say, bum-fucked Egypt or
Mhm.
whatever.
Far away from home.
Wait, where was this?
Cross Plains, Tennessee.
Where we cannot cross.
No,
We can't cross no plains.
Not at all.
it was the worst.
Yeah.
But what got us through it was knowing that this was happening tonight.
It
at
really
least.
was. It really was.
We couldn't have handled 2 missed podcasts in a week, I don't think.
No, that would have been we would have went down
We would have
bad.
recorded one ourselves, but it wouldn't have been as fun.
Hey guys, Vast Difference. We're back this week. Super depressed.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's get to know each other.
Where'd
you grow up?
I grew up in Bowling Green.
Hey, okay.
Shout out
I'm
Bowling
from Bowling
Green.
Green. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm 22. I've been making music since I was like 16 or so. And I don't know. Yeah, I just sing and make beats and rap and stuff, and that's my thing. So,
Okay. Hell yeah.
yeah.
It is good. Anybody who listens to rap, who likes it at all, I would recommend checking it out.
Highly, highly recommend. And that's no bit. That's no comedy shit. That's real. I'm legitimately recommending that. I know a lot of times I recommend fake shit, but not this time.
Not today.
I got some new stuff coming out. I've been doing these little EPs, so I did a little EP for 420, and then I realized I had to set deadlines for myself, so 420, and then that was the Slap in the Face EP, and I have the Kick in the Balls EP coming out 6/9, so it's gonna be like June 9th when I have another little
Oh,
Be out
hell
on-
yeah.
On the lookout on June 9th. Make sure you get some 69 action in on June 9th.
Hell yeah.
That you never knew you needed.
I hope. While listening to the record, to be honest.
I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna make the third one, because it's Slap in the Face, Kick in the Balls. What is after that?
Ooh.
So, I don't know, like thump in the forehead. I don't know.
Stick in the ass.
Stick in the ass. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
There you go.
That's a little too that's a little maybe it's a little too far.
Wait, did you say kick in the ass or stick in the ass?
Stick in the ass.
Stick in the ass. Oh my lord.
Is that a reference to 13 Reasons Why? Okay.
Bomb.
I know what you're talking about, but hell no.
Well, that show, the first season of that show,
I never seen it.
remember liking it, and then I remember the second season. It was like, it just became so insanely dumb as a show.
Oh, yeah.
From what I remember, they cranked it up like it was already soap opera-y enough, and then they just made it so stupid.
Oh,
it was
I
like,
agree.
Yeah.
I had to finish it, though, just to see how it ended, but it becomes way too much.
It sucks because what's his name? The kid that was in Goosebumps. He's a fucking really good actor.
Oh yeah.
He's the best part of that show, but it's just so stupid. Like I don't know.
the guy that's in the band.
Yeah.
Whoa, fuck, what was
Dylan Minnette. I think,
Yeah,
Okay.
He's
yeah.
really good. But
his band is Wallows. I like their
they
music.
got good shit.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, shout out Wallows. If you haven't checked them out either, go check them out. Even though they don't need us recommending it, but still, you know.
Yeah, but who doesn't want to listen to new music if you don't know them?
Yeah,
Here's
true.
an
Discover
opportunity.
Weekly's not always going to do it for you on iTunes or Spotify, whatever.
Discover Weekly fails me a whole lot,
Yeah,
if
my
I'm
shit
being
was
honest.
whack today.
I look forward to every Monday to see it start.
Fridays
to
is
see what
better.
I'm going to
Release
get.
radar is way better.
Yeah. No, I agree. Mine usually is. Sometimes, like, okay, on average, let's say just once a week, like when the Discover Weekly comes out, how many songs on average do you think you actually add to your playlist?
3.
3?
Yeah.
I was going to say probably about the same. And that's really, honestly, that might even be too much.
Yeah.
It might be 2.
That's a good week.
Yeah.
For real.
Do you ever add music to yours?
Do you check for those playlists?
It depends on if I'm like, it's like, let's say I'm at work, right? And the song's like, yeah, like I'm bopping to it. And then I'm like, okay, I'll add it. But chances are the next time I hear that song, I'm going to delete it.
Oh, yeah. I
It's
go
kinda
through that part
different for me. It's
a
like
lot.
I gotta listen to it like a 5th time out of that day and be like, okay, I like it. It's depending on how I hear it.
Oh, I'm too impulsive. Yeah.
Right.
As soon as I like a song, I'm like, add it. And then the second chance,
Yeah.
no.
I like it in the moment. You hear it again, then it's like, yeah, it just doesn't hit the same.
Like, Take Me to Funky Town. I added that to my phone, and then once I heard it again, I was
That's a
just
good
like,
one-hit wonder.
Hey, he's right.
Hey,
That's
okay.
a
Talk
yeah.
about it. Talk about it. Talk
Talk
about
about
it.
$50 to anyone who knows the name, because I don't.
Funky Town?
Yeah,
The band?
yeah.
Lip sync.
Yeah, that is it.
Well, nice.
I thought a one-hit wonder.
Pay up.
Move your feet.
What is?
If you heard that, you would recognize it.
What?
It's one of the best dance songs like ever. I think it's the. I don't know. I would just show it to here. You got Spotify in here.
Yeah,
Can I
that's it.
Look it up. Just, if you guys hear 2 seconds of it, you'll recognize it. But it's like I didn't know what it was called for the longest time. But it's top tier. I don't know.
And if we don't play it into the mic, it's not really going to matter. So it just matters as long as we hear it right now. As soon as it comes up, though, you can
Yeah. Here, let me
do
get on
your
this shit.
magic.
All right. While he's looking that up, we went and saw Ian Fidance.
Oh, okay, yeah. We
Yeah,
did.
it was great. Oh shit.
Oh, you did. You saw. I've never seen that dude stand up. I saw Nick Mullen like last year somewhere.
Damn.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah, he's hilarious.
Man.
Yeah,
That's a
we
big hit
seen.
to
I
watch.
won tickets on Facebook to Ian Fidance
That's
to
cool.
see him at Zany's.
This song.
So fucking funny.
Oh.
You know this
Yeah.
song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I feel so white. Damn it. I should have known that.
Like one of my. It's just an amazing dance song. I don't know. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
From White Chicks. That's how I know
remember
it.
at the end of How to Eat Fried Worms. That's what I remember it from.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, you're the only other person to
Yeah.
ever
That
reference
was a
that
good
movie.
movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was such a great movie. Do you
I
guys
don't-
remember that?
I do remember it, but I don't remember
So,
it
yeah, I
much.
remember it, but yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
What's
Oh.
the premise? They have to eat them.
The kid has to eat fried worm. He has to eat worms.
Yeah.
It was like a kid's book originally.
Yeah.
But
And then like the cover was him like being like, like all grossed out by
Yeah.
it and shit.
So it's basically a movie about kids killing worms in different ways
I mean, it's in the title.
because they're frying them
Yeah.
and eating them.
Well, I don't think they don't fry all of them. A couple of them he had to eat like raw.
Yeah. They go. I
It was
think they
a
go to
fun
like
movie.
a bait shop and they make him like open the bait and then like take one out.
That was something that happened.
Yeah.
I remember that is a. There are movies where I haven't seen them in like 10 years, but I feel like I saw them enough times, and the structure of the movie is like so solid. Where like I could remember like every beat from that movie. I feel like
100%. Yeah. Yeah. I
there
agree.
was a couple years ago. I was in the shower bored, and I was like, "Can I remember every scene from School of Rock?" I don't know. I might be able to. Like, I think I got
School of
to
Rock,
the
now I
point
can do
when
that.
he was. I think I got to like at least halfway through the movie. I pinned down every scene. I knew it. It was. I don't know.
You are one of the best guests. We just did a School of Rock Vast Difference a few weeks ago. Yeah.
What was the conversation with it? What was the?
It was verse Nacho Libre.
Oh, it's School of Rock.
Oh yeah,
Nacho Libre is fun.
That's what I'm saying. I took School of Rock.
I mean, I think I think Napoleon Dynamite versus School of Rock, because it's the same director that did Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite. I think that's a more interesting conversation. Because those are both masterpiece 2000s stories.
Okay, that's on me.
Nacho Libre was never the hottest shit by that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you make a good point because, like, obviously you walked in tonight. We were watching Hogan Knows Best. Yeah. We got wrestling posters. So for us, Nacho Libre probably meant a lot more to us than the general world, even though it is Jack Black.
Yeah,
but it didn't pop like the other ones.
I love both, but School of Rock is better. I said it then, and I'll continue to say it to the day I die.
I can't disagree. I can't disagree on either side of that. They're both 10 out of 10 movies, Dynamite and School of Rock. But
have you ever seen Napoleon Dynamite, Tyus?
I have.
Hey, okay. So hell yeah.
It's a movie, the style of humor in that movie is so singular to that movie.
Oh, man.
There's nothing else like it.
Yeah, there's nothing that's funny the way that movie is funny.
Like when he's talking about his uncle taking him to, like, shoot wolverines or whatever.
Yeah.
That is just, oh my God. Like, how do you even write that? Because, like, there's no way when he wrote it, it looked funny. And then you have him do it, and it's, like, just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
it's weird, like, watching that movie, because it is, that director basically was just, I think grew up in, like, Idaho or something. So it's like, and that movie became, like, every indie, you know, middle America movie. It had that aesthetic for, like, a few years, I feel like. I don't know.
It's Jared Hess, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Jared Hess, one of the best directors.
There was probably, like, a, 5-year run where it was probably the most referenced movie of all time. It felt like
what?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah,
everybody was
talking
about
Pedro and all that, and the Tina.
Yeah,
especially the Tina. Everyone, at least where we were, they all did that shit.
Get your food.
Yeah, all that. What was the thing he said about his aunt or mom? Oh man, he said something back to her that everyone used to say.
Your mom goes to college.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Oh man,
I haven't seen it in so long.
I think my favorite line, though, is when he meets up with Uncle Rico, and he's like, I think I can throw a football past the mountains. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Cocky asshole.
Reminiscing, he's like, would be in the bathtub. Yeah.
I've met so many Uncle Ricos.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Dudes that are so delusional, but overly confident. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
Well, he has a happy ending in the end.
That's true.
That is a movie that has a really sweet ending. With the whole sideshow, all the music of that, the soundtrack of that movie is so good. It has like that new wavy shit in it. You know, like that other song, another one-hit wonder, "The Promise" by whatever that band is called.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of that band actually. Love that song though.
Yeah. Speaking of bands, shout out Sum 41.
Oh yeah, announced their breakup today.
Yeah, yes. After 27 years, Sum 41 officially announces that they're retiring. Man, so when they go on their world tour, hopefully Vast Difference will be able to go and party like we're fucking 13-year-olds again.
What band is this?
Sum 41.
741.
Sum 41.
Sum 41.
SUM.
Yeah. Nah, you guys know The Promise. This is another one-hit wonder. I'm sorry about it. You know what I'm talking about.
I knew it since you did it. Yeah. This is the scene with the
That's a great.
Where they're playing tetherball.
That's a really.
They're hitting the tetherball.
Oh wait, no, I thought this is when he drops the cake off at her house, and then she like goes and looks at it, and then is like, "What the hell?" and then goes back in.
I don't know what the track would be. There's a lot of So a lot of it sounds like It sounds like fucking. What's the fucking song?
What?
Blister in the Sun. A lot of the soundtrack of that movie sounds like that song.
Yeah, true.
Violent Femmes. That's really the only song I know.
Also has a lot of organs on the soundtrack.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird.
I mean, organs were huge in 2004.
Oh yeah,
they were popping off.
Well, like a lot of like I don't know, like Casio, like cheap Casio keyboard sounds and stuff that. And I don't know,
like a synthesizer, right?
Like sort of, where it kind of sounds like shitty, but I love it.
Why don't people make music with keytars anymore? Remember those things? Like the fucking guitar that was like a
Yeah.
piano? I feel like that kind of went out real quick.
Who had a keytar? Who was the keytar guy?
I don't know.
Because I know it wasn't Weird Al. Weird Al was the accordion guy. Like, who was the...
Yeah, I don't think anyone...
Didn't Devo have keytars?
Yeah.
Oh, with
I
it?
think so, yeah.
Yeah, they did. Uncle Rico probably had a guitar. Guarantee that. But yeah, I don't think anyone like a singer-songwriter, single artist ever
you
plays
can't
a
take
guitar.
somebody seriously
What did,
if they're playing guitar.
What did Tiny Tim had a ukulele.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was thinking of the weirdo late 80s like universe who had keytars.
And was it Tiptoe Through the
Fuck it.
Tulips?
We got the internet right here. Let's look this
The
up.
keytar guy.
What a creepy ass
Polka.
dude.
Shit, I gotta admit though, me and Blake went on a tear of Tiny Tim like 2 weeks ago. It was like 2 a.m. We were kind of blitzed, but we listened to Tiny Tim and we were like, you know what? We're gonna go past the creepy songs. And dude, a lot of his songs
Is he
are
good?
fucking good.
I'm saying, at this point, yeah, I probably would do that
Like,
too. But
I mean,
years ago,
it's one of
nah.
those things. There's such a weirdo aesthetic that you have to get past. But
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, we just know the weird stuff. You know.
Because I'm not a guy for lyrics. Like I don't pay attention to them. Not on purpose. It's just I don't. And so like even them, I was like, whoa, wow, what you're talking about is pretty deep.
Keytar band.
I'm gonna listen to
Alright.
Tiny Tim on the way home tonight. I don't know if that's putting bad vibes in the air or not, but we'll see.
I wouldn't do that.
Guitarists.
I'd listen to it with other people.
Yeah,
Damon Albarn is a guitarist, but he's not. That's not what he's like. You know. I'm curious if there's anyone where they treat the guitar like Weird Al treats an accordion. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. It seems like people just bring it out on occasion because none of
Yeah.
these people have. I
I
mean,
mean,
like
Michael's. What band is this dude from?
What does he
Okay.
look like? Man, I wish I had glasses on.
I can't tell what he looks like. What band is he? French dude. Yeah, I don't know this shit. I thought it might be a dude from like maybe like the dude from Devo, maybe the guitarist of
doesn't say
Devo or
anything about a
something.
band.
That's weird, dude. I feel
Like,
like
Oxygen or something.
I can tell you who his
Well,
parents
here,
are though.
it's-
Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, let's see what we
It's all
got.
right here. It should say.
I thought every instrument always had someone
I don't
famous playing it.
Maybe he's
Right, somebody that brought
Studio
in the game
musician
that
or
was just
something.
infamous for it.
Like Louis Armstrong had the trumpet. You got a billion people with the guitar. Right?
It seems like all these people just noodled around with guitars. I just bought this. Guitarist, that's what, yeah.
noodled around.
They just kind of, like David Albarn played a guitar on stage once, and then he's on the list of the guitarists, you know?
Yeah.
like they're saying
could get up
John
there.
Paul Jones
Yeah,
of Led
yeah, we just
Zeppelin.
have to...
Who is John
if
Paul
you own a
Jones?
guitar,
The bass player of Led Zeppelin. They're saying he's a guitarist
Oh, that's cool.
because
Wow.
he probably did it in a song, but it's like we're trying to find somebody who did it all the time.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like when Paul McCartney played drums.
Yeah, it's like you kill it, but it's just kind of weird.
Okay, who made the guitar famous? Maybe that'll tell us something.
John Heipenheimer. I can, yeah,
He's
I
a
don't know.
producer, so who gives a fuck? I want someone
not fair.
famous.
Is he the guy who invented the guitar?
I guess
That's
so.
what it looks like. He was the guy who invented the guitar.
Yeah, okay, so
It would be fun to learn how to play. I mean,
I take it back.
Yeah, if anyone wants to send us one, shit, come on. Like, I'll definitely try to
Yeah,
learn
yeah,
that.
I'll definitely play with it.
Gaga. Wait,
Lady Gaga plays one.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Shens.
let's see
Whoops.
what this looks like.
You're serious.
Let's see what her guitar looks like.
I wish I had an actual synth. That shit's so fun to fuck around with.
Yeah, and
I've
no,
been every once in a while. I get to go to Thunder Sound in Franklin. It's like the studio, and they've got all kinds of cool, weird shit,
Oh,
like
shit.
old synths and stuff. They never let us goof around on them, but I don't know. They might have a key. I'm gonna see if they have a guitar next time I'm there.
I should go back to Sam Ash and get a guitar.
yeah, man.
Hey, you should bring it back. Shit.
Steal it. Yeah.
Oh my god, he does our intro. He does our intro with a guitar.
That would be goofy.
Dude. Oh,
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Maybe that's your thing.
Well, I'm looking at the prices for like even like moderately expensive guitars. Or
They're
That's
all
a
pretty
whole-
expensive.
what's the range?
I don't know. I mean, none of these are under. Well, what is this?
Looks like the cheapest is like 900.
Well, what's this? I don't know. That doesn't look like the other guitars look. Wait.
I want the real thing.
Well, we just looked up a specific model, so that's why it's doing that.
Oh, yeah, true. Forgot about that.
Wait. Guitar for sale.
Oh man, I bet they're all on eBay.
Okay, that's cheaper.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Who knows how they sound, though?
Yeah, they were gonna be fucking like $8,000. I was gonna be like, well, that's ridiculous. But okay. Well, thank God we got down to the guitar debate there. Thank God.
The brass tacks.
Yeah.
Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, yeah, or he said, do you guys, how long do we go? And then like 5 hours. I'm like, yeah, we're out Joe Rogan, so you don't have to worry about that shit.
Until tonight.
Yeah, 4 a.m.
I could never.
I don't get it,
Especially
man.
in this goddamn chair.
No, hell no. I don't think anyone should have anything interesting to talk about for 5 or 4 hours, 3 hours. Like, it's ridiculous because you see them all the time on YouTube.
Well, we're not smart enough.
I think that's just
to
what
talk about
happens
something for
whenever
5
you don't
hours.
have to hold your mic either. Like,
Yeah.
he just has it just dangling in front of him, and he's just
my
sitting
arm
there.
got too tired.
Yeah.
Well, and he's had a much more eventful life, so he can always find something to talk about. I feel
Has
like.
he, though? Yeah, he has, definitely.
So
For
he's-
sure.
Without question.
So yeah, he commentates like every other week, it feels like.
Yeah. And he does comedy, and
He's
he
seen
hunts.
it all, done it all,
Yeah.
made as much money as a man can make.
Steak and just gets moose steak.
I mean,
Moose steak.
did he create On It, or did someone else do it?
Create what?
On It? Isn't that like his thing?
What's that?
I see him
It's
wear
like a
it, but I don't even know
clothing
what it
brand?
is.
Oh, I thought it was his this whole time.
On it?
Yeah, ONNIT.
ONN is 2 N's?
Well, look it up.
Look
Then
it
I think
up.
I know
Here
what
we
it
go.
is, Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Joe Rogan fan.
Every single ad he
Well, we'll
ever
see what
does, he
he's
has a shirt on.
On it.
And
We're going to find out. On it's a new tap out.
Affliction.
Forgot about the tap out T-shirts.
Oh, man.
Man, I
What
can't
is
believe it.
Is it just what is the? I don't. Is it just a brand? What is? Was it like a wrestling?
He is
thing?
the
It was
co-founder
a, UFC thing.
Yeah, I think it was just UFC.
of On It.
What?
He's the co-founder.
Oh, so him and who else?
Don't know.
Horse Gracie.
Do we want to look that up? Do we care?
Nope.
Okay.
But we can.
Yeah, the second person is
All right.
definitely somebody we don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, I don't know why it doesn't just say like
That's why.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan's too popular. He's the
He's,
other.
he's a
probably-
notable name.
Aubrey Marcus.
There he is.
Aubrey Marcus.
Fuck the rules.
Oh shit. Okay.
Is that the name of his book?
He's
Is
a
that
bad
what that's
boy.
saying? Wait,
Is
scroll
that a
down
book?
to his books. What is this? Is this book called "Fuck the Rules" or was it?
I'll go to Barnes and Noble and read a chapter for
Own
free.
your life and master your life. Don't read his books.
He go to the
Not
counter. I want to read.
endorsement.
Fuck the rules.
Start fucking up the Starbucks in there.
Oh, but apparently Aubrey sold On It. We're finding a lot of stuff
He sold on it.
for $400 million.
Damn, he's not hurting for honey. Jesus.
If we're misinformed, Joe Rogan, just invite us on your pod and
Oh,
we'll gladly
man.
listen.
But that's the thing.
Wow.
Let's say the four of us go on Joe Rogan,
Okay.
right? We
Imagine
go on
it
there
right
for
now.
2 hours, and he starts talking about obviously we just met, so I can't speak for you on if you would talk with him about brain shit. But I know the three of us. As soon as he's like, the neuroscience, you're like, hey Joe, I'm gonna stop you right there, pal. I don't know or care about any of that shit. Just give me some of your weed and let's talk about comedy or movies.
You let
yeah.
Tyson smoke in here, so I'm gonna be
Yeah.
blazed through the whole thing. So don't talk to me
Crossfaded.
about none
I
of
just
that.
want to see it seems like if you talk to him about comedy or UFC, he would totally be like, or even like psychedelic shit. He would be totally cool. It's just weird. I mean, it is like I think like COVID like broke his brain kind of.
yeah,
I think that's
true.
what happened because pre-COVID, you would see clips where he's like saying really cool progressive shit.
Yeah.
And then post-COVID, like it's just he went full anti-vax and full.
Well, was
he just went
COVID
really hardcore with? I don't know. Like,
was COVID when he got the $1 billion Spotify
yeah,
deal?
I think that.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's probably a big part. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
damn.
yeah, to where he was like Ron DeSantis and all the way recently. I was like, how did that
before
happen?
COVID?
I think it was like all happening.
Within the same
Yeah.
year.
It was
or
like
so.
two birds, one
Yeah.
stone for him.
Yeah.
Man. Whew. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he pretty much became like, how everyone's saying like, oh, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
He's like
He got really out of touch.
a few years ago.
He's just always been too intense for me. Like, Fear Factor's cool. I like him on UFC because, like, you're supposed to be intense. But, like, his comedy style, even on a podcast, it's just like, okay, let's calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen his
Have you
specials.
seen the chair humping video?
The chair.
There was a whole
humping
thing.
video.
It was Jeff Garlin was talking to him, who's the dude from
Yeah, I know
the
Jeff
dad on-
Garlin.
Yeah, Goldberg's and everything. He's basically like Joe Rogan, like literally would like, or it was stool humping. That's what it was. A lot of his he ends up humping stools and having sex with the stool that's on stage. And like Jeff Garlin was like, whenever somebody would do that, it wasn't funny. And like Joe Rogan's like, well, like if someone has a reason for the joke to fuck that stool, it can be good.
Making excuses for himself.
He felt defensive because he realized, oh, that's like a lot of my set is like he ends up fucking the stool at some point. It was goofy. There was a whole edited thing that it was great.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
you
haven't seen
even
that.
watch his special, the one with him, like, you know, the backwards hat on, he humps the stool on that.
Oh.
And, like, I didn't even think about it until he said it. I was like, oh, my God, he fucking does.
He
Like,
always
yeah.
ends up fucking the stool, man.
That was a sign of the times back then. Everybody,
Oh,
all
everyone.
comedians, it seemed like were humping
Stools were
stools.
thick back then. Everyone wanted them.
Who are your all's favorite stand-ups?
Ooh.
Well, and I feel like that's the thing where it's not even, I mean, I feel like everyone's going to say, like, and Dave Chappelle is great. I love Dave, but it's like, it's one of those things, everyone is like, Chappelle, instant, or like, I mean, who else is in that conversation? Like,
Oh, I got one that's always in
you
it.
know.
Chris Rock is always in that
I love
conversation.
Chris Rock.
I personally have never
Bill
seen
Burr's
any of it.
usually in the
I like
conversation.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr is my favorite just because I've seen the most of him and like I find him to be the most funny. But I wouldn't say like I don't know who my definitive.
Bill Burr's podcast is like maybe my favorite of all those comics podcasts. He has a really good podcast because it's usually just him. It's like people send him life advice and stuff, and it's really usually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
it's just him letting his thoughts go.
Yeah,
It's
I mean
always
that's
funny.
where because I've talked about it on here before, but that's where I first heard Bill Burr talk about One Punch Man, the anime.
Yeah.
Because he talked about it on there and was like, "This show's great. You guys need to watch it.
That's goofy.
It's hilarious.
That's
the
awesome.
story and like he breaks the story down, and like even the people who watched the anime and were like super fans were like, we didn't even know that's what the show was about. Like Bill Burr broke it down for them.
A weed.
I bet.
Yeah.
Now I used to watch like when I was like 13. I used to watch Hot and Fluffy. I used to watch Aziz Ansari's specials.
Oh
And
man.
some of the Aziz Ansari stuff is like I really still dig it if I like heard it again.
Some of that shit is really funny. The early stuff.
And a bit, he would always talk about like not wanting to have kids and like being worried about like being married and stuff. That was a lot of his material. He had a bit about him being at a party and he hears this dude talking to like a group of people, and the guy talks about how he was having sex with a bowl of macaroni and cheese. And then it's like, that dude, like, has a kid. And it was just like the dumbest people end up having kids. Like, that was, like, the whole bit. It was good.
Yeah, that's good right there.
That is good.
I think I only seen his first one that was added to Netflix like a long ass time ago, but I never seen any more after that.
I remember the one where he, like, reads off
Oh, the
note from his, like, chubby cousin or
Yeah.
something, or nephew or
yeah,
something.
yeah. That's like a 30-minute bit.
Alive and I can't remember. Dangerously Delicious. Those were the two I remember seeing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And of course, Kevin Hart fucking destroyed back then too.
I never saw a stand-up.
Oh,
I didn't
Well,
see a
I'll
stand-up.
throw one out there. 'Cause
Okay.
I haven't really watched stand-up since I was younger, but it used to be on TV all the time. But Cat Williams, I put his hand in there a little bit because there's a little baseball number that he did. That shit's hilarious.
Hey, there's another guy that was fucking stools.
Yeah, a lot. Him in that green suit every time. Oh,
Cat
man.
Williams was the guy for a long time, though.
Yeah, he was like the.
He put out, like, banger after banger.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Highly recommend checking out Kevin Hart's first 3 specials, though, if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, seriously
They're all
funny.
I remember just seeing him around that time on SNL, and I remember I was like 11, and it killed me. That's what I remember. I remember when he was like really exploding. Like I feel like early 2010s. I remember him being on SNL and catching that. But I don't know.
I guess
I do
that is
remember
true.
that.
There is kind of a not a
don't know if he
generational gap,
did-
but an age
Yeah,
gap for
yeah,
us.
That's true.
So like for me, when he was hitting it, I was already like 14, 15, so I was fucking bread and butter for him, you know. And then same with like Gabriel Iglesias and all that. So yeah, that does make sense.
Louis, shout out to Louis.
Dude, yeah.
We can't talk about it, but he's the best.
It's like Louis C.K.'s been making his rounds on a few podcasts.
Yeah, he's having a comeback.
Yeah. You know Louis C.K., Tyus?
It sounds familiar, like, but I'm not.
He used to have a show on FX called Louis. He's been a stand-up for like
he's like
a long
one of
time.
the most profound. Like everyone cites him as the GOAT. Like,
But he was a sex creep.
yeah. He was the guy. I mean, we're not going to get in trouble for this, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Louis C.K.
It's out there. So.
He got in trouble for apparently closing the door on people and then jacking off in front of them.
Like making them watch or whatever.
It was a whole
Apparently,
I don't know what it sucks, dude. It sucks, man.
You want to hear what's even worse than that? What's even creepier?
That's the route he wants to go at all things.
And dude,
there's also a story of him jacking off into a potted plant in an office. Just jacking off into a plant.
There was a whole thing. Apparently, Chris Farley used to be jerking off like that all the time.
Oh, we can't hear about that.
that.
We can't disrespect Chris Farley on the podcast. Come on, he's a cool fat. We don't disrespect cool fats. Come on, we can't let those stories get out. I never heard of that. I'm joking.
See, the thing, it was Chris Rock talking to Howard Stern about Farley after he died. That was really good. It was the whole thing. It's like so many Farley bits. Like he was talking. It was basically about the Chippendales bit.
Oh yeah.
So many bits. Chris Farley is 10,000% killing it, and then it's like, screw you, you fat fuck. Is like there's so many of those bits.
They boxed him in the whole time.
Yeah, my mom said the same thing, so I
and
feel
he's
him.
so good.
Yeah.
It sucks. I don't know.
Because he's funny, like physically, of course, but also like in what he says, how he says it, and I feel like for the networks or whatever you want, the movie producers, it was always about, let's see how we can make him look as fat as possible.
Yeah.
How can it be funny?
Well, it's
being a fat
the
guy.
Chippendales bit at the end. And I mean, it's a great bit, but it's the whole thing where they're like, he does the whole dance where he's, and then they're still like, they should have let him win the situation of the bit,
Yeah,
like,
that would have topped off the comedy.
Yeah. Right.
Patrick Swayze winning isn't comedy.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
like that was ridiculous.
To see him win and then Patrick Swayze get mad would have been funny.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald.
Oh,
man. He's top 3.
For sure.
Fucking.
I do have to say, though, real quick, that even though Chris Farley isn't a stand-up, like, I don't think he ever, like, really hit it there. I know he probably did at some point.
He was more of an improv guy.
But at 9 years old, I dressed up and reenacted the entire Matt Foley sketch.
That's rad.
At home, got the suit on, everything, broke a table. Like, I fucking loved it. So Chris Farley.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, like.
Was it like a school talent show thing?
No, I dressed up myself. It was just a normal day. I just wanted to do it.
Go to like 4th grade talent show bit.
Oh,
that would have been awesome.
Yeah, shit.
I don't know if any little kids would like get it though.
I would have killed with the dads,
but that would be awesome. Yeah,
they're like, dude, this little fat kid's funny.
That would have been a big break.
Yeah, I wouldn't be stuck here.
Yeah, my life would be different now.
I couldn't have been a child star though, but Norm Macdonald.
I don't know why he's
Norm
like,
Macdonald
he's
is
up there.
one of the best joke writers of all time, without question.
Yeah, and of course, anyone who out there, he was on SNL. He was the Weekend Update, which was, in my opinion, the best Weekend Update guy of all time. Like, he's just the best.
I haven't seen enough of his Weekend Update stuff. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Because fucking the whole Stefan era, like, I don't know. I think maybe Norm wins the Weekend Update category for that era, but I think the best cast might have been like 2005 to like 2015, where it was.
This is the greatest episode.
Bill Hader,
oh yeah,
Sandberg, Kristen Wiig, Sudeikis.
Yep. Fred
Will
Armisen.
Forte, Fred Armisen.
Yeah. Oh my
That's
god.
a great. I think that cast was more consistently funny than like probably a lot of the other casts.
Especially the early 2000s. The early 2000s weren't hitting like the mid to late, like you
Yeah,
said, Sandberg.
that era.
Because Stefan is just every
and so
time
many
he
of
comes
those
on
guys
is
It's really
really
the only
era.
thing I know from that era, I feel like.
No, you know
I've never
the-
been like a big
Bobby
SNL
Moynihan.
person.
Oh yeah, another cool fat. Hell yeah, dude. Bobby Moynihan is one funny fat fucking dude. Oh, he's just a funny dude. Yeah, I don't even have to say anything.
I was
He's a cool
watching
fat.
this bit
Wear it with pride.
where they used to do a Bill Hader bit where he would play like an Italian talk show host,
Oh yeah,
and he would have Bobby Moynihan be his like little like son who dressed up as like a sailor. And it was, like,
yeah.
it was just awesome. There's a little like Italian kid. They had like John Malkovich on, and he's like, what's the thing in the theater? How do they get the screen on the wall and with the popcorn and like why do they do it like that? it was great. I don't know. It was goofy. I botched it, whatever that was, but
I gotta say, I don't think I've ever asked you, Tyus, this.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever watched like SNL, Mad TV, like
I
any sketch?
have, but it was just like in passing, like whenever I'm getting ready to go to bed type stuff. Like I stayed on MTV and like Spike and stuff like that. So
Spike TV.
yeah.
Oh hell
Like,
yeah! Okay, well that makes more
1,000
sense.
Ways to Die and Deadliest Warriors
yeah,
era Spike
yeah,
TV.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah,
Hell
shout
yeah.
out Deadliest Warrior.
Still have
God
Ultimate
damn.
Fighter and everything else on there.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
I forgot that that's what.
MXC.
Yes.
MX, yeah, that's the Japanese game show.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's a great show.
That's so funny.
Most painful elimination of the day. Oh man, I love it. I just watched it a few weeks ago.
I wish
It's
they
on
bring
like
it back.
Tubi or something. It's on
Let,
one of
us,
those
let us
things.
voice it
Yeah.
over.
Dude, I would. That's all I want to do with my life is be a voiceover artist.
I just
So
want to
if
say
you-
3 lines.
what? What are your lines?
Fuck this shit. I'm running.
I don't know if you're gonna get that on a network, but
Yeah, I'll buff it.
I remember being in a swimming pool and setting up like obstacle courses like the show. That was fun.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I used to make Ninja Warrior courses from like G4. I used to love the fuck out of that show.
Yeah, what happened to I think G4 still exists, but
I think they
got
got
replaced
rid of it
and no one
again.
watches it because YouTube is a thing.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
was the
Yeah.
worst reboot
Right.
ever.
Because
Yeah.
Spike is
Yeah.
now Paramount. Spike's no longer a channel.
I do remember the video game awards where it's like
yeah.
Megan
God.
Fox with Mountain Dew. It's literally like
The VGAs.
basement dwellers. That was like it was like what the branding was like it was weird.
The most random performances for games and shit.
Yeah, I mean I
Those were the days, though.
remember they
Yeah.
had Tyler. I think the last one they did was like 2013 or something. I remember them having like Tyler the Creator when GTA 5 came out.
Oh, that's crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
To me, I think they.
Shit.
To me, I thought they
I don't know
stopped
about
in
that.
like 2008, but I think that's probably when I stopped watching.
No.
Yeah, I think the last year they had it was when they did the whole No Man's Sky thing. I think that's the last one when that game got announced,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was like when the hype for that game was going crazy.
Because I know
Yeah.
Blake's
Yeah.
son was already born when I watched the last VGAs. Not like what he's talking about, the one, but you know. So I know it's not like
It was
2008, but it's
VGX or something.
yeah, it's probably like 2014, somewhere
Yeah.
in that realm.
When did No Man's Sky come out? Like,
It didn't come out for like it came out like 2016.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
like
It came out like 2 or
It was
3
way
years later.
yeah.
Yeah.
The trailer made it look way better, and then the
just-
game comes out, and it's like, ugh.
Apparently now it's like fantastic.
Yeah, I tried to play it like it was probably like 5 years ago at this point, but it had been out for like a while. So but it was I don't know, it was just boring, and I don't know. I should try it again, but
I just don't know if I can just
It
play
looks
a game
cool, but
just
that's
to
about it.
search for stuff. Like it's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know what you
but-
do on there.
it starts out you're on a planet and you're just trying to find resource like fuel for your ship, and then you're running like your ship is in one spot. You run literally 5 miles to get your shit, and then you have to run back to your ship. It's like it was the most tedious shit I've ever
Oh
played.
yeah, I couldn't do that.
It was literally like nightmare. Like, fuck this game. Like, why is this?
And you have to keep up resources to make sure you
It's
have
like
gas to
sometimes
run the
keeping
spaceship.
up resources like. It's not fun.
I hate
you know,
those type
like,
of games.
yeah.
like sometimes I love
Did
that
the stuff
shit.
around you at least look good? Like the
Yeah,
the
it
art
looks
style
cool.
is
Yeah.
really rad. Yeah,
Yeah, like the worlds
really cool
are
looking.
beautiful. but it's just everything else.
And there's
is
like
not
dinosaurs and shit, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's not really fun.
Yeah,
It is the thing-
you can only look at that shit for so long.
Yeah.
As like it is one of those, I think that game was a big leap forward for games, but it just wasn't fun to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think there were a lot of cool ideas in that game, but it's not fun to play. I guess I just resaid what I just said. But,
You gotta reiterate sometimes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I do on this podcast, really.
I'm gonna make myself sound like an idiot, and I'm okay with it. So.
Hey, I mean, being self-aware, that's a good thing, in my opinion.
Hey, you gotta know.
Yeah. If you're not self-aware, who else is going to be? Am I right?
That's right.
Yeah.
The thing is you come to the perfect show because
Sweet.
at least Austin and I for sure.
Yeah.
We're definitely dumb.
Yeah.
I fumble on more sentences than both of them do.
Well, I feel like what's going to happen, I feel like the last time I did a podcast, shout out Colonel Harper, I feel like I go into a trance where you're in podcast mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that happen to you guys?
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like
for sure.
I will just talk my ass off with no... I feel like that's what's happening right now.
Oh,
I'm okay
no.
with it. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
hell
No, it's
yeah.
a good thing.
That's what it's there
You just
for.
gotta go.
Yeah. Get your shit off.
Because like, there's been some times where like we've done episodes where we're kind of like, yeah, so, and then we're
What
just like,
books
yeah,
have
I'm
you
not
guys
really in the
been
mood to
reading?
podcast, to be honest, you know, and like that shit sucks. But when it's like this, yeah, it's a fucking
Yeah.
constant thing.
Rolling.
It's nice
Yeah.
when it's firing.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still trying to I know we've moved past it, but I'm still trying to think of other stand-up comedians because that's like my favorite topic in the world.
I was gonna say I
So I'm just
loaded up-
gonna. Sorry, but can I just name who came to mind instantly, real
Oh,
quick,
yeah,
just to
true.
get it out? So because there's some people where they do stand up, but I'm a fan like podcast wise. Like Bobby Lee, for instance,
Yeah.
he's like my favorite. But there's like
He doesn't have
you
a
can
special
watch
out.
like 3 things of him, right?
Yeah.
And I have watched them all multiple times. So he's one of my favorites, but I don't know stand up wise because there's not much to really go
He
off
is
of.
one of the funniest people.
For
Oh
sure,
my God.
without
Ever.
question.
we just watched
and
Bad
then-
Friends today.
Yeah, Andrew Santino, big fan. Cheeseburger was fantastic.
He's a bit.
Uh,
The Bobby Lee bit about his dad making him sell corn on the sideway on the highway. It says, "Yo, corn." It's like,
Oh,
Shit's
he's
so
so
good.
good, man. I was also going to say, because you already know, I love black comedy. That's where my shit lies. Bruce is up there.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, even though...
Bruce.
Huh?
so
I don't know
fucking
him.
funny.
Oh, you don't know Bruce? Oh, man. He's like this pimp daddy, this big-ass fat dude, but he is the funniest motherfucker
I think I
ever.
remember seeing him on Comic View.
Yeah.
Oh, Comic View! Oh, my God!
Well, he had a
What's
BET
what's that?
special too,
Yeah.
which Comic View was on.
And then, of course, like Bernie Mac, Lavelle Crawford, fucking... Patrice, of
Patrice
course.
is up there.
But of course, you can't go this conversation without saying Dave Attell, though.
Oh,
Dave
yeah.
Attell is like,
I still don't know. I have a lot of blind spots with all this shit, man.
Okay.
oh yeah, I think like that's just with anything.
Well, Dave Attell has a lot out there that you can check out, and he's one of the best. I seen him last summer, and he was so fucking good.
Yeah, this motherfucker saw Big J. Okerson, Dave Attell, Burt Kreischer, pretty much all the heavy hitters, and in one night.
Yeah, that's
like man,
They were in the KFC Yum Center in Louisville.
That's rad.
Yeah, it was cool as fuck.
I haven't seen enough live stand up.
Yeah, we just started really within the last like 2 years seeing live.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and then you did stand up, and so
yeah.
we've
My dad
getting there.
did stand up a couple times.
oh shit,
Oh, that's cool as hell. How'd that go?
I don't know. I wasn't there to see it. He didn't,
Oh, okay.
he told me about it. I don't know.
I thought you
hell
meant
yeah,
like
go for it.
recently.
I mean, it was in the last couple of years that he tried to do it.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I was really hoping that you were gonna tell me like, oh yeah, he told me he crushed, like they came and signed
I
him
don't
to a
know.
deal.
I'm sure he did okay. I'm sure he did okay. He's a funny guy.
I mean, dads are just funny.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, the whole, like, oh, dad jokes. I'm like, yeah, but dad jokes are
jokes.
funny.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but, like...
Because with dads, there's, like, a sweetness to it. Like, they have so much personality
Yeah.
where you're like, well, you can't not laugh.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's just a good time.
And shout out to our dad, of course,
It's funny
Donald.
if it's not your dad.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
yeah. Because, like, you're embarrassed,
Yeah.
kind of. But then when you see your friend's dad, you're like, oh, he's the fucking man, dude. He's the king.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, dude, I hate this guy. And you're like, no, what are you talking about? Because like I used to be the kid that when I used to do the sleepover ordeal, you know, I always woke up early. So I had to end up hanging out with the dad until the kids woke up.
I tried to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm staying in the room.
Yeah, same. I'd pretend to be asleep before I did that.
Like when you wake up, I'm like, oh shit.
no, I'm out. I'm like, hey, what's up, Richard? Hey, man. You know?
The friend that becomes like best friends with your family. It's like
yeah. Sadly, that was always me.
So and so. It's like oh fuck, man.
Goddamn.
I mean, it does suck though, because then when they become part of the family, they always end up getting treated better than the kids do.
Oh, that's so true.
They end up getting put above because they're like, well, I don't want their parents to be mad. Well, fuck their parents.
What about
I
me?
came from you. Don't give them all the advantage.
Oh no, yeah. Shit, we were at work the other day, and an old lady fell, hit her head on the wall.
Where do you guys work at?
We work at a assisted living like nursery, elderly home. What are they called?
Yeah,
Nursing home.
Nursing home. Yeah.
yeah, kind of like a nursing home.
Yeah. So like we were walking in back from having our smoke break, like there's like a smoking area, and like so we shut the door, walking back, and all of a sudden we hear this boom,
the
loudest sound, dude.
Exhale cigarettes into an old person's face.
And all of a sudden, like I'm walking around, and they're like, "Get an RA, get a nurse, come on!" And I'm like, "I don't know where any of them are," like because I was freaking out, because like I don't want to be that guy. And then so all of a sudden they start booking it over there, and then me and you go into the dining room, start just cleaning up.
RA.
Yeah, like what?
I do not get involved.
No, well,
What are you
shit.
supposed to do?
Yeah.
If well, they
I
told
went and
us
did my job like I'm supposed
What do you
to
guys
do.
do there?
they told us in the orientation when we got hired, like if anything happens, you don't touch, you don't handle it at all, because we're just the cooks and all that kind of stuff, right?
And that's the thing.
So-
When someone when people like really old people can be so frail, where if you like touch them the wrong, like it could make it worse. Like
yeah. And I don't want to be that dude.
Yeah, I don't want to make it worse, and I also don't want it on me if something gets fucked up.
Yeah, like if I go to like grab him up and all of a sudden he's got like a bruise on his arm and they're like, "You're going to jail!" Like, no, what the hell?
I didn't mean to bruise him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to help.
You picked him up and broke 5 bones.
My mom for like a year, she was a therapist at a nursing home.
Whoa.
Like,
Okay.
that has to be like
Holy
the
shit.
saddest job of all time.
Yeah.
It's like, I think there was a dude. I think he was like 80. I don't know how old. I don't know. I remember her telling me about this dude who like came out as gay when he's in a nursing home.
Wow.
It's like holy shit, man.
I mean, it is kind of like prison, I guess.
Yeah, and
When in Rome.
When in Rome. Yeah, because you think like, yeah, I mean, at some point I'm just gonna either have to die and live with this, or get it out and then be happy when I die.
It was like 2009 or something. So it was like dude's whole life he couldn't say that he,
Yeah.
That's
And
wild.
even 2009 is like,
was
it's still a little progressive.
Yeah. I think that's
yeah.
the first time the word politics has ever been mentioned on this podcast.
And right wing.
Right wing. Oh man. Yeah, you're
We
just
talked about
diverse. I
boneless
love
wings
it.
once.
Yeah, but we did go boneless wings. But I mean, people looking at us. Come on, what do you think's gonna happen?
You could never be Republican in those sunglasses, I don't think.
What are you talking about, boy? This is my land. You can't take it back. I look pretty Republican, I'd say so. Especially if I get a mullet. What I hate though is when I do my eyebrows, they move. That's what. See, watch this. Look. See, that's why I fucking hate it, dude. Oh, I hate it.
They are really tight on your
Yeah,
face.
and I already don't have eyebrows, so it makes it even worse.
You
They
look
just
like
pop out. Squirtle. Oh, dude, yeah. Shout out his gang, man. All right, never
Cool
mind.
in the game.
What do you guys want to get into? Do we want to have this?
Oh yeah, well, in case anyone here,
Oh, yeah, we
actually
never mentioned
came
it.
for the debate. We're doing Rockstar versus Bethesda. We're nearing the end of the episode, so we can cram the last little bit in here, though. Why not?
I want to go on for longer.
Okay, fuck it. Let's do it then.
What? I mean, you guys
My phone
just
might
asked
quit.
me.
Yeah, we just might have to keep an eye.
Okay.
If it does quit, will it record again?
That I don't know, because what I normally do to clear space has
Okay.
already been done, so I don't know what.
So
I would
that
have
could
to
be
do with it.
present an issue. Okay, so then we'll just go as long as we can. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
Then, huh? All right. So who wants to take Rockstar and Bethesda? I'm gonna just say I just probably shouldn't take Bethesda because I'm not that familiar.
I don't even think it's something you debate about because the answer is obvious.
I only got one Bethesda game.
Well,
I'd even.
I'll say this.
It's more a conversation than a
like. Bully is obviously my favorite game of all time. We debated it on this podcast just a few months ago, so I don't need to get into that. But I'm going to take Bethesda because I know you guys... I'll go a handicap match. I'll go triple threat versus, whatever.
You're taking Bethesda by yourself?
I'll take Bethesda by myself.
I don't think I could defend Deathloop enough.
Fuck Deathloop. The most overhyped game of all time.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about game studios or Bethesda or the publisher?
We're talking like just the catalog of Bethesda games versus the catalog of Rockstar games.
Okay.
Who has the better
by
games?
Bethesda games, do you mean like Deathloop and all the arcane stuff too?
Yeah, and then Elder Scrolls, all that kind of stuff.
That's Fallout.
Fallout.
That's a bigger
Yeah, anything that Bethesda's done versus anything Rockstar's
If they've got
done.
their hand in it, we can talk about it.
I looked up the titles. I didn't even know that Ghostwire Tokyo was a Bethesda game.
Yeah,
I didn't either, dude.
The thing, they didn't develop. There's Bethesda Softworks is the publisher, and then Game Studios is the developer that has made like Fallout and the Elder Scrolls games. So
Gotcha.
See,
I didn't even know how it all worked. But I do think that both are heavyweights. They both have
billion-dollar
probably
companies.
the most successful games on the market.
Skyrim is still being put out on systems today, even though it came out in fucking 2010.
Yeah, well, that's too fucking much.
I
agree.
agree.
To stop with that.
They need to come out with another Elder Scrolls or get the fuck out. But you got to admit, like GTA, you keep putting them out, all these games. Like you got 5, you got 4, but it's been Skyrim. The Switch got Skyrim. The PS5 got it. The PS4 got it. Like every system in the last
GTA
15 years or
had
10
like
years.
3 re-releases itself.
Yeah.
I think it goes both ways for Skyrim and at least GTA 5.
But I'm saying, before that though, they at least had like all those other games.
Well,
Skyrim only had Oblivion.
Are you guys in
that.
full debate mode right now? Is this what's happening?
Yeah,
I'm
full debate mode.
Is this going to be a conversation? Is it going
Battle
to be
activated.
about shitty like publisher antics, or is it going to be about game for game?
Anything. Any game for game, anything.
I mean, I thought we were just going to do I was thinking of just Bethesda Game Studios games compared to the Rockstar games. And I think if you do that, it's Rockstar hands down, because most of those Game Studios games aren't even finished. Like, well, I love those
Well, we
games,
can just keep it an open forum then if we just want to not
Yeah.
take sides really. I'll just say this. To me, it's a clear-cut winner. It's Rockstar without any
Yeah, it's
question.
easier to talk about.
Because the Warriors alone is one of the most underrated games ever made.
I knew you were gonna bring that shit up.
It's not on the level of I mean, come on, man.
It's fun. but again, though,
I like it. But I would, and I
have
love that
you
movie,
guys
but
seen? Okay,
I'm
so
just
you've
saying
seen the
for
movie.
Rockstar
Okay,
games, it's
okay.
one that people
is
don't bring to the
underrated.
table.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
The Max Payne series.
Yeah.
Fucking
Like,
fantastic.
okay, here's the problem, okay? If you're going to sit here, and anybody, if you're going to sit here and be like, oh, Warriors or this or
You could go
that, but
game-
then
yeah.
play the first 2 GTA games and say that those 2 are
I'm here-
good compared to the older Rockstar, no.
I'm here for Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna
Midnight
sign
Club is great.
myself out.
Red Dead and Red Dead 2 are fucking both perfect.
But yeah, Red Dead 2 is
Red Dead
an
Revolver is
amazing game.
fantastic.
The realism in
Yeah.
that game is off
But
the fucking
I'm-
charts.
My like 2 favorite games are Oblivion and Grand Theft Auto 4.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
See,
like,
Grand Theft
I
Auto
played
4 is
both of
great.
those. I played a couple hours of both of those last night as almost a refresher.
Yeah.
And it's more of a conversation on like, they're just so different. The design philosophies of all these games are so different.
Well,
It's like,
let's also say this, okay? Like we said earlier in the pod, this is a very dumb podcast.
yeah.
So, thank you. So, when we... So when we talk about stuff, we are genuinely only talking about it from a passionate side. As a fan, like, I don't know anything about what a publisher does, a game studio. So for me, personally, all that stuff is just kind of out the window. I'm kind of more of like...
What did I enjoy?
What did I enjoy playing more? Skyrim or GTA 4? Did I like Red Dead more than this? That's for me, that's what I do. But obviously, you guys can do whatever you want. So,
well, last night I was playing 4 and Oblivion.
Yeah.
And it's like, I did a couple quests in each of those games.
Yeah.
And it is the vibe, the way that those Bethesda games, just doing a quest in those games feels. Or I mean, it's specifically like Oblivion.
Yeah.
Because most of the writing in a lot of those games is like shit. In like Skyrim, like the quests are not interesting in Skyrim for the most part.
What?
Compared to Oblivion, I'd say. I mean, and there are great quests in Skyrim, but like Oblivion it's so much campier and totally willing to be corny and fun.
But there's also the problem with Oblivion, where, because this happened to me, if you don't know that when you turn into a vampire, you can't change it back.
You can, but
It's a lot.
But it is, being a vampire is actually like OP in that game if you know.
But I'm saying there's a lot of quests that only take place during the day. So if you have to go to those quests during the day, you're
suck
fucked.
blood like every
that's
couple
true.
days,
Yeah.
and you're good.
Like, that's a fucking terrible mechanic.
I
too
actually
much.
I think it should be punishing to be a vampire in a game like that. It should be punishing to be a vampire during the day, but at night you should be fucking OP.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
I
what it
agree
is
with.
in
You should be
Oblivion.
like super fucking
It kind of is
strong.
like that in Oblivion.
And then the fucking what is it? Oh yeah, well Oblivion, the hell or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like infamous.
Well, I mean, like some of the fucking
Another great
quests in
game.
that game. There's a quest where you go into this painter dude is like missing, and his wife is like, he just locked himself in his room and he disappeared.
oh, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah,
And
yeah.
you go into his room and you look on the painting, and there's a fucking door sign on the painting. And the quest is you go into a painting, and it's totally rad and like totally like it's one of those things where you're playing it and you're just like, oh my god, this is awesome. You know, it's like there are a lot of quests like that in Oblivion that I think are really fun and cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just gushing over Oblivion right now. I don't know if I'm enjoying Rockstar, but yeah.
Cool looking case. Never got my hands on it.
If I ever get a tattoo, that's what I'm getting a tattoo of.
I was
It's the
just
logo.
about to say, for the last 10 years, I've always said when I get enough money, I'm going to get the Bully logo, Bulworth, of course, and I'm getting the Skyrim, the fucking dragon thing, because that's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Oblivion was a little too... that one just didn't hit me enough. That was more of like when you
That's
all
the
played.
thing.
Yeah.
Skyrim was like, I was like, what, like
Well, I mean,
12?
I played Oblivion when I was like 6 years old.
Oh, okay,
So
that
it's
makes
like
more sense
the
then.
nostalgia
Yeah.
levels are crazy.
I didn't play Oblivion until I was like 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That makes, yeah,
It
I
was my
understand
first
that then.
game I ever played that was like that.
Oh,
That was
shit.
that
yeah, that
kinda,
changes
you go
everything.
out
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my god, this is awesome. You know?
Okay, that explains a lot more then.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, for me, it would have been like Grand Theft Auto 3 was like the first probably like open world type game I played. And then Morrowind, I played that on the original Xbox. And that was like the most open
That
world
was
game
like
I had ever seen.
groundbreaking.
At that
You could walk
point.
on water.
Right.
Which I know
But
now
I'm going to
sounds
say
ridiculous.
something that's probably controversial.
Uh-oh.
But honestly, fuck open world games. It ain't for me. I don't really care about any of them. I like linear. Like with Bully,
Bitch, you
exactly.
played
That's what I'm
Spider-Man.
saying. Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
But Spider-Man is still like this. It's still kind of like in this world. Oblivion, Skyrim, all that. It feels like it just goes on for days and days, and quests just always pop up. It's overwhelming. It's too much.
get that.
A game that never
But you see,
ends. I'm
a
just like,
certain-
why
an
am I
element
playing
of
this?
You're playing the game, and it's like you're in a different like world. That's the aspect of those games that I like a lot. Is you feel like you're in a totally different universe.
No, I can see that.
yeah.
That's
I like
really
Hogwarts.
rad.
I mean, that's not either one of those companies or
I still
whatever,
need to
but
play that.
that's a defensive open world.
Yeah, I still can't wait to play
that.
that
Is
game.
overwhelming as fuck, but I
Yeah.
do just like the visual part of it because I know it'll take me forever to
Yeah.
beat these
Let's say
games
that
these
might be
days.
the issue on this
it's
episode.
almost like a simulator.
I'm also
or
not
something.
a big medieval guy.
That's what I was going to say. That might be the biggest issue.
I'm not
is
either.
Because
Like, let's play Skyrim either.
The other part
all
of the
of my
conversation.
all of my top 10 games are all pretty much sandbox games. Almost. I probably like there's like 2 that aren't open world
That's what I'm
games.
saying.
the
With
ones that you
Bully,
spend the most
it's
time
like
in.
it's open world, but it's still kind of small.
Yeah, it's still
and
linear.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
a little bit of freedom, but I don't. It can be too much.
I know it's not Rockstar or whatever, but like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
I need to play
What would that be considered? That's to me open world because even though you beat the main mission, there's still 150.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely
Yeah, that's how
open
God of
world.
War feels. Like it's always like some extra shit to do that you
God
can
of
go
War.
to.
Yeah, God of War's now-
It's also interesting. That
Yeah.
one, that game is almost like it is open world, but it feels like you're almost in corridors most of the time, which is
You
interesting.
are. Yeah, that's.
Are you talking about
dig
old
that
school
game.
God of War or
This-
new
I'm
God of
thinking
War?
just
new
yeah,
one?
current day.
Because I was gonna say old, like the
old
first
one's
God
on
of
open
War
world.
is not very.
Yeah.
It's pretty like
because
boss here, boss
with
there.
what he's saying, I like the element of being into a different world and experiencing something different. But I honestly, I don't like having the choices. Don't give me choices. Just tell me what I need
disagree.
to do.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. The best Bethesda game wasn't made by Bethesda. It's Fallout New Vegas. That's the best. That's the best of that era.
Yeah, I've never played
It's
that.
the
Fallout.
I
ultimate-
got that game too. Yeah,
I
never
couldn't
played
get
it.
into
It's
Fallout.
the ultimate choose your own adventure book. The game is what that game is. It's like
Yeah.
you have so much control over how everything goes down
So
in
you
that
still
game.
have a 360?
I got a PS3. That's up there.
Hey, holy shit! Fuck yeah, man! We're trying to find one.
So we still need one of those.
Yeah.
A 360.
Do you have the original, the big one, or the slim?
I have the Slim.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have the second one. That's what I got.
Gotcha.
That is kind of. There were like 3 of them, I think.
Shout out to PS3. To me, it's still underrated. No one
I want
appreciates it enough.
the big
The exclusives
PS3
for PS3 were so goddamn good.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my god.
for sure.
Getting getting the fat PS3, you get to play PS1
That's where the
games and
Uncharted
PS2
series
games.
started.
Mm-hmm.
PS3.
Yeah,
So good.
I'm all about like Uncharted 2. That's another
Oh,
one
yeah,
that's in
that's
my
the
top
best
10.
one. So good.
Are you the greatest guest we've ever had? I think so. Because
be.
like everything.
Give him the crown.
Yeah.
All right, there's one question that we need to ask then. Let's see how
All right.
cool he really is.
Ask away.
Have you seen Mystery Men?
I love Mystery Men.
Oh my
I love
god.
that movie.
All right, well then there you
Yeah.
go. You're the only person who's ever said
I
yes
love
to that
that movie.
question. Oh yeah, it's our favorite movie of
whole-
all time.
The Shoveler.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god! This
I
yeah.
shovel well.
I shovel very well. I just
I love
referenced
that
that on the last episode.
I love that movie.
You're a good husband and a good father. Nothing more. Oh man, it's fucking gold, dude. Oh man,
It's the greatest.
yeah. Over almost what 2 years, 3 years of doing a podcast. Finally, we have a
Really?
guest that has finally seen Mystery Men.
Yeah, man. So glad we met. I think we just became very close friends.
I worked. I used to work at Sam's Club. There was this dude I worked with. He was like a couple years older than me, but it was a thing where it was like this show. It was like, oh yeah, my favorite game, Oblivion. And then it was like my favorite show, like the show Kenny versus Spinny, and then it was just like, did we just become best friends? Step Brothers moment. I don't know.
That's how it happens.
Mm-hmm. That's
For
how it
us,
happens
it
with
was
us.
wrestling.
It's the greatest realization.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were all working at Freddy's Steak Burgers, shout out.
Oh.
And we came in one day and Tyus was like, wait, do you guys like wrestling? And we were like, oh yeah. And we're just like shooting the shit for like 8 hours, just talking wrestling, whatever. And he's like, oh my God. And we're like, come over. He comes over to the house. We got posters everywhere. This dude freaked the hell out. He was like, oh my God, look at this. Look at that. Dude, what the fuck?
That's rad.
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
And now
For
it's
sure.
going on 6 years, 5 years? I don't
5
know.
years.
Terrible at
Yeah.
math.
Yeah.
But yeah. So tremendous.
Yeah.
Connections. That's what
That's
this.
what I'm
That's what this. That's what the. What is it? The cinnamon of this
Brotherhood.
pod is.
Yeah,
It's a brotherhood.
When you're into shit that not many people are into, you got to take every moment you can.
Yeah.
Mystery Men does not come around often. We found that out a long time ago. I accepted that from when I watched it the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
No one else was watching it.
There's a Mystery Man connection in here. There's a couple movies like that. Pee-wee's Big Adventure is in that
Okay.
conversation for me. Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, so
Those are
fucking
some of
good.
those where not a lot of people I know have like seen them, but I love that's like some of my favorite.
Pee-wee's
movies
Big
ever.
Adventure is a classic.
Pee Wee
Love it.
scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, dude.
Well, it scared me. The Danny Elfman music in the beginning of that movie fucking freaked me
yeah.
out when I was a little
The
kid.
truck driver scene.
You had to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. See, fucking glasses.
I would
Goddamn.
watch up to that point, get up, fast forward real quick, then sit back down and finish it. It freaked me
Mom
out.
comes in. Why are you fast forwarding it? Oh man. That's
Couldn't
another
do
thing that, even though I know we're not old, but just real quick, kids don't ever have to worry about that. Like a sex scene's happening in a movie that you're watching, your parents walk by, so you got to go and like hit the VCR or the DVD or something. You know, like man.
But now the controller
Everything's on
shuts
your
off after a
iPad.
little bit.
Yeah.
It's happened with me with Preston, so I can say it happens. And it's awkward.
Yeah. That's a conversation.
Yeah. You don't know how to explain it. I hate it.
I used to watch like nerdy like Skyrim videos when I was like 13, and I think my parents would think it was porn because I was so embarrassed that I was like so nerdy.
Ashamed.
That kind of thing would be, yeah. Like I lost my PlayStation because I was like I didn't let my dad know I was watching like a Skyrim YouTube video. It was like that was like the fear. It was like I can't. Yeah, it's weird. Like I feel like YouTube, like kids who watch like YouTube videos. It's almost a similar. It's like a private, like what you watch on YouTube, where the content is so crafted to like,
what you like.
Yeah, it's so personal.
It becomes a really personal thing.
Yeah.
People see your For You or recommended pages.
Yeah. It's not like like weird. Really, it's just like
That's why I don't really hate on people. Like I don't get the whole idea of like, oh, you watch YouTube, you like watching YouTubers. I'm like, if you're watching a TV show, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Because you have a connection with the person making the content. Because content is just what you're watching. So no matter what it is, it's the same thing, right? So even if it's a Let's Play, a gamer, or a fucking person doing her makeup, like, you enjoy it.
For people's For You pages, I don't really expect to see the stuff that I like on there either. So I don't really judge you for it.
If it's like you see someone and you're like, I didn't know anyone else knew this person, like, so something,
Although I am a little intrigued every single time I see it and people go through their stuff, but I'll never like judge them for it.
I would say at this point, you're probably hate ours.
For You page.
Right.
So, like,
not for us. Yeah.
Like, it should be designated to what you like.
Yeah.
There's the one hit wonder thing. There's this YouTuber, Todd in the Shadows, who does a whole series about one hit wonders that you guys should check out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
That's cool.
What's his name?
Todd in the Shadows.
Todd in the Shadows.
He's one of the OG like Channel Awesome dudes. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's like the thing pre-YouTube, like 2005, people who are making YouTube videos. It was like one of those weird networks.
I don't know them.
He's been around forever. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know, but
that's cool. I don't know.
That.
I remember, like, what was some of the big ones back in, like, Smosh?
Who remembers the fucking Muffins video?
I don't know.
I used to watch Machinima videos.
Yeah.
Oh, Machinima. Yeah.
It was a Machinima type thing. Yeah.
They don't know Muffins, though. That's surprising.
Dude, that just broke my fucking heart. I'm old as shit. I'm only 20 fucking 5. God damn.
Not my chair, not my problem. That's one of those old videos.
I don't know that one.
When I was finally able to get on the internet, I barely got on YouTube. I was on MySpace a whole lot, so I don't really see too much of YouTube.
Yeah.
But I do remember what the layout and stuff looked like back then.
Oh man, it was fucking classic.
I'm not a big video watcher, so I'm behind on a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm still involved. On my days off, I probably watch YouTube. Yeah, I watch it way more than I would ever watch a movie.
Boyo on YouTube a whole lot.
Ponyo?
I'm Boyo. Bo Burnham.
Oh,
whoa, stand up. Why did you say Bo Burnham?
Because that's all I seen was that YouTube video of him playing the piano, spitting bars. It was funny as fuck.
His show? He had a show.
Oh yeah,
it had Biff from Back to the Future in it.
Yeah, Zach Stone.
Yeah,
that's so
we
good.
just watched that recently. It's so funny.
Yeah, you would love that, Tyus. Anyone out there that hasn't watched Zach Stone with Bo Burnham, watch it. MTV was
on Netflix.
Stone
it's only like 12 episodes. Yeah.
Zach Stone is gonna be famous.
It's catchy.
It's wild. You guys see Smiling Friends?
No,
I don't know. It's one of the. There's a lot of like YouTuber like. It's an anime. It's an Adult Swim show, but it's this dude who's been making videos since like 2010 or something.
Is it recent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I've been seeing a little bit of it.
Yeah, it's one of those things like this dude didn't like make videos consistent. Like it's been like years. Like you forget about him. Like a short you watched in 2011. This dude has a show now, and it's actually it's pretty goofy. It's good.
Shit. Well, I love that. I love an underdog story.
Yeah.
Seeing a guy work their way up.
Yeah,
that's what it's about.
Man,
do we want to end the episode? You think? See the results and see who won this thing?
I forgot.
I want to apologize if I said anything like dumb. I recognize it. That's something stupid, but
saying dumb things on a dumb podcast, it all works together.
Hell yeah,
we're here for a good time.
Yeah.
Well, while he's getting out the results, make sure you check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get podcasts, we're there. Michael Stockton over here. Let's get your plugs out real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my all my music stuff, it's just under just my name, just Michael Stockton. And my Instagram is michael.the.machine. So, yeah, those are my plugs, I guess.
Make sure you follow him.
Yeah, he's got great music. He'll be coming into a town near you.
And now you see he's obviously a cool guy.
I got a gig. I think I'm doing a bridal shower or something.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I got to figure out how I'm gonna get I'm gonna deal with that. But
Providing the sensual vibes. If you need backup dancers, let us know.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, I'll come rap. I can't, but I'll come do it. So, of course, we put out the poll, who made the better games. Rockstar Games versus Bethesda. All right. Drum roll, please. Rockstar Games wins with 93% to Bethesda's 7%. We had 14 votes. So, honestly, I'm kind of surprised. But, yeah.
Yeah, Bethesda doesn't finish their games
13.
anymore. They're usually pretty broken, but I love them. But
I just gotta give her hate real quick to my cousin fucking Mackenzie. You couldn't have let it be 100%.
Yeah.
You had to go Bethesda.
A contrarian.
Yeah, I know. Now my OCD's never gonna fucking let me live this down. But yeah,
that's by far the biggest drubbing we've ever had on the show, though.
Yeah, not even One Piece versus The Office.
Yeah, we've never had a 90%. I don't think.
That's a weird matchup. Was that an actual debate?
Oh, dude, I went hard.
The very first episode we did of Vast Difference.
One Piece is my favorite thing on the face of the planet, and his was The Office. So we were like, hey, vastly different.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. And yeah,
I still never got into One Piece. You can't be like, I can't believe you didn't get into the show.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Episodes.
I know. It's like 1,060. But, I get it. It's just, I just wish one day.
We're this close to becoming friends.
There's so many people that hate it. I can't. But, of course, check out Michael Stockton. And as you know, he was one hell of a guest. So, go follow him, of course. And, thank you all for watching. Have a good night. Don't forget to turn out the light.
Bye.
Peace. All right.